Hi, everyone, and welcome to the newest episode of What's the Buzz? I'm Alyssa Bernhardt, the Managing Director of Omega Phi Alpha, and I'm here with Julia George. Julia is the Development Director of RAINN, and we are so excited to be here to share that Omega Phi Alpha and RAINN are partnering, and this is one of the first Omega Phi Alpha partnerships that is long-term. So we just wanted to gather here in this episode of What's the Buzz and give you all a little bit more information about our partnership and clarify what RAINN does and how we can help RAINN through this partnership. So I want to just jump into some of the questions that I have for you, Julia, about our partnership. I'm super excited about this, and I know we've been working on this for a long time. So I would love if you could start us off by sharing a little bit more about RAINN and what RAINN is and the mission of RAINN.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you so much for having me. Just quick about me, Julia George from RAINN. I'm based in Santa Barbara, California, and I've been with RAINN for about 2.5 years. So not too long, but enough to know how incredible this organization is. I previously worked for Penn State University in a number of development roles, and I'm also no stranger to Greek life. I joined Gamma Phi Beta at the College of William and Mary, and I also, as an alumna, joined the chapter here at UC Santa Barbara as their advisor. And then also kind of shout out to the Alpha Theta chapter of Omega Phi Alpha at Penn State. They're a great group of women that I met at during my time there. So yes, jumping into, RAINN and our mission, RAINN's been around for just over 27 years. And RAINN stands for Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. And in those 27 years, we've helped over 3.7 million survivors and their loved ones. RAINN's most well known for creating and operating the National Sexual Assault Hotline. And that's in partnership with about a little over 1,000 local sexual assault service providers. And those are based all across the country. In addition to that, we operate a DoD safe helpline for the Department of Defense. And we also carry out programs to prevent sexual violence, help survivors, and also ensure that perpetrators are brought to justice. So we're doing quite a bit over at RAINN.
I would say, yes, that is a lot of things that RAINN is doing. So that's awesome. Definitely a lot of impact. Speaking of impact, can you share a little bit about how partnerships with organizations like Greek organizations like Omega Phi Alpha, how do those partnerships impact RAINN?
Definitely. Yeah. Huge impact. So having passionate advocates for our mission is a truly powerful thing. And I've really seen that college students seem to understand and embrace giving back and supporting others. So that's a big component of it. Along those same lines, I feel like the fundraising efforts that the college students put together are typically successful because they're creative and, again, just they're passionate. And then I feel like really the overall reach that college students have, whether it be on social media or just in their communities, has a really big impact on RAINN's work.
So speaking of the way that your partners can impact their communities, what do you think is the best way for our members to get involved with RAINN? I know you mentioned fundraising efforts, but beyond that, what are some ways that our chapters can serve RAINN?
Yeah, there's, so many different ways to get involved. I think, some of the things that were really important. I know fundraising is definitely a big one, but I would really encourage your members to educate themselves on RAINN and just kind of the best ways that they feel like they can give back. So I feel like beyond the basics of just following us on social media or sharing our mission, I think getting involved in maybe some of the local service providers that are affiliated in RAINN's network is a really great place to start. There is a part of our website that you can look for those opportunities like in your area. So that's I feel like an important way for your members to kind of look for different opportunities. And then, those organizations have different needs. So whether those are, supporting survivors in the community or maybe volunteering to help with something that the local organization is up to, I think those can vary. But our website, lots of great resources to kind of check those things out.
Awesome. Yeah, I think our chapters, often our chapters do raise money for organizations that they care about and that means something to them. And also they find a lot of, satisfaction in being able to offer hands-on service. So I think that's something great about this partnership is that we can help RAINN with fundraising, but RAINN also has these affiliate organizations that our chapters can find in their local communities. And I know you touched a little bit on educating themselves about RAINN. And so part of our partnership is a little bit of training about RAINN. So I'm hoping you can provide a little bit more context about the training that RAINN will provide our members.
Sure. So a few things, and actually I'm excited about some new things we have this year, but just as a part of the partnership, we have a couple of webinars that we're really looking forward to bringing to you all. One's going to be more broadly about RAINN, just to kind of give everybody level playing field as far as what the organization does, what we don't do, and things like that. So that's one piece. And then the second webinar will really help to prepare and plan for Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month, which is in April. So those are two major pieces that we're excited to bring to you all. And I think will give you enough information about the organization to really, move forward and make this partnership the best it can be. Beyond that, I think I mentioned our website has lots of great resources. And then the additional two new resources that we're excited to bring this year is a fundraising toolkit, and then also a really unique resource guide that speaks to some of the unique issues and topics that are important, I feel like, to college students. So those will be rolling out as well. And then one other thing I wanted to mention, while it's not so much a training, it's more an opportunity for chapters to utilize members of RAINN Speakers Bureau. So we have this fantastic resource, speakers from all across the country, survivors that are comfortable sharing their stories. And I feel like if there are opportunities that your chapters either have a meeting or an event, you can request a speaker to either attend one of those in person or virtually, whatever works for your chapter. And I think it's a really special opportunity to hear from someone who's a survivor and do some additional education and outreach that way. So there's a website, there's a form on our website that you can fill out to request a speaker.
I'm so glad that you brought that up about the Speakers Bureau, because that was one of my first introductions into RAINN during Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month this year in April, where when I initially reached out to RAINN, that was what you guys recommended as a way to bring some education to our members. So we did have someone from the Speakers Bureau, and it was such a rewarding experience to hear from someone who really, she was amazing. She was a college student who fought for, justice in her situation. It was really, really great to hear. So I'm glad you brought that up. It's a great resource for our chapters and the organization as a whole. So I put out a call for a couple of questions from our team members, and one of those questions was, what are the top needs of RAINN from partner organizations? The question was specifically to partner organizations, and I think you sort of touched on this in terms of education and fundraising. But if there's anything else that you think is good to share in terms of the needs of RAINN.
So I will mention, we're starting to build this really wonderful group of really Greek organizations that are supporting RAINN. So I would say, look on your campus to see if there are other organizations that have partnered with RAINN. I can mention our three other Greek partners, Alpha Chi Omega, Alpha Sigma Phi, and Chi Phi. So if those are chapters on your campus, I think kind of great automatic partners to work together. I would say the top needs of RAINN, from our partner organizations is just serving as strong advocates and spreading the word about our services and educating others is, so powerful and really vital for us, just given the sheer number of students out there on college campuses. And And again, honing back in on the fundraising piece, that collective impact of our partner organizations really makes it possible for RAINN to support survivors and also to keep our hotline free and available 24/7.
Awesome. Yeah, that's amazing that the fundraising does allow the staffing of the hotline. So thank you for sharing that. So another question that came from our members is many of our members identify as part of the LGBTQ plus community. And so some of these people are curious to know how RAINN supports or helps those that are part of this community.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great question. Sexual violence affects people of every gender identity, sexual orientation, and people who identify as a part of the LGBTQ plus community, they may face different or additional challenges in accessing legal, medical, law enforcement, other resources than other populations. So, our support specialists are there for all survivors. And I would really, also want to point out that, during COVID was a time that impacted folks more than ever. But I will say that, if your members are, wanting to find out more about how they can support someone else who may have been impacted within the LGBTQ plus community or not, it's definitely, I think it's hard to know sometimes what to do when someone discloses to you, or if you know that someone has been impacted. But I think, we've got a lot of great resources to help coach folks through those situations. And again, just honing in on the fact that our specialists are there for all survivors, and they really are going to listen and have those conversations with that survivor regarding their experience. And there's no judgment. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to share about RAINN, or that you think is important to share about this partnership before we jump into National Service Week information?
No, I mean, I think we're super thrilled. And specifically just given the service component of your organization is really special. And I'm excited to kind of see where we go.
Me too. So with that, we have planned National Service Week. So this semester, National Service Week starts on November 7th and will go for a whole week. And so the intention is that this year we're going to center National Service Week around RAINN and sexual assault awareness and prevention education. So our chapter service director, Kristen Brightwell, has sent out information to all of our chapters for how to do this. And we are hoping to have that introduction to RAINN workshop that week, as well as have a speakers bureau speaker on one of the days, and then sort of do like a little roundtable discussion. And we also are going to launch our first fundraiser for RAINN during National Service Week. So we have a lot of ways that both our active and alumni members can get involved in National Service Week and supporting RAINN. And of course, as Julia mentioned earlier, there is Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month that's in April. So it's great timing that our National Service Week is in November, and then next semester we will have a reason to continue supporting RAINN. So I'm very excited about what we can do as an organization on this topic, as I know it is it impacts so many people. So thank you so much for your time today, Julia, sharing more about the organization and about the impact of this partnership. It feels like it's been a long time in the making. So I too am very, very excited to be moving into the next phase of this partnership.
Excellent. Yeah. Thank you so much, Alyssa, for all that we've done together over the last few months in getting this going. Again, I'm really looking forward to see what your members and your alums can do. And, I also just wanted to close by saying if any of your members need support or know someone who does, the National Sexual Assault Hotline is available by phone at 800-656-HOPE or online at online.rainn.org. And we also have a great app that I hope everyone will download as well. So
thank you for that. Thank you so much.